Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, next I would like to invite the fourth speaker from the opposition team. To deliver your reply speech and conclusion, reminder again, you will have 5 minutes. And the floor is yours.
First of all, I extend my highest respect to the chair of ceremony, BELTEI management teams, honorable adjudicators, fellow debaters, and our dear audience. I am Sosutirika, and I speak as the final voice of reason and realism for the opposition team. In these final moments, I invite us not just to agree with what helps, but to decide on what helps best. Not what delays harm, but what truly prepares you for it. Let's begin by acknowledging the strength of the proposition team. First, they raised about the foundation of law, with an evidence about a drafted law exactly at Article 15. But, my dear proposition team, until today, the law hasn't even implemented yet. And right now, 30% of Cambodian youth are already engaged in drinking. So the pressure comes early, before legal rules ever reach them. That's why our model starts earlier, building readiness at home where rules cannot reach. And that is why it is the best choice. Second, they said, setting an age limit don't just help youth alive, but keeping them healthy and live well. We acknowledge that age limit helps reduce, but what we're looking for right now is what helps best. And when we're talking about the well-being of youth, it's not just physical safety, but emotional strength, purpose, and connection. So, ladies and gentlemen, can a law that's still drafted and it's on the table, can it really help youth? Can it really teach youth when to stop? Or how much alcohol is too much? That's why only family that are the closest to them that could provide support and care to youth and actually build their well-being. And third, they said that the law is still drafted because they're still planning. But, ladies and gentlemen, youth is facing pressure right now. So, let me ask you this. Do we wait for laws or strengthen what we already have, what is already making progress? Because while the law is still drafted, our stance, family-led youth development, is already making progress, reaching 78,000 homes across Cambodia. This is the heart of our case. Rules react, relationship prepares. And that is why family-led youth development isn't just better. It is the best choice for youth well-being in Cambodia. And we've proven this through 3 unified arguments. First, we began with Maniniat, who showed us that age limit is not just about alcohol. Age limit does not ensure youth well-being, because what we're looking for right now is the well-being of youth, not just physical health. And what we want to do is to ensure youth to face pressure before the law ever could. Second, Chita took us further, because age limit alone is not enough. Youth well-being means emotional strength, purpose, and connection. Age limits might block access, but it doesn't reach the reasons youth drink in the first place. Families can, and when they're prepared, they don't just reduce risk, they remove its roots. And finally, Lika showed us the bigger picture. When homes are strong, and nations become stronger, because this isn't a new idea. It is a Cambodian solution, rooted in who we already are, and rising through every family we prepare, quietly, sustainably, from inside out. And if we're really honest, this debate was never just about alcohol. It's about a moment, quiet, alone, when a young person, someone's son, someone's daughter, is offered something for the first time. No parent, no teacher, no law, just pressure and a choice. And in that moment, they won't hear an age limit. They hear the last voice that shaped who they are. You matter, you know what to do. Or maybe they hear nothing at all, because no one ever prepared them. And that silence, that's the real danger. Not the bottle, the silence. Because what protects youth most isn't a number. It's what's been built inside them. Not a rule, but strength, quiet, practice, remembered. Because maybe this debate was never about control. Maybe it was always about care. about who we are and what we pass on, and what every home still has the power to give. Because a child becomes their choices, and choice is shaped by trust. And when you raise a child with trust, they grow into someone the world can trust. One decision, one home, one voice at a time. But vision without action remains as just hope. And that is why we firmly oppose this motion. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech, and you may return to your seat. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I would like to invite the fourth speaker from the proposition team. You are invited to deliver your reply speech and conclusion. Reminder again, you have 5 minutes. And the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the last time for today's proposition team. My name is Lampak Solika and I am the fourth speaker. Today, I stand before you as the voice of reason and realism, representing in this crucial debate under the topic, setting an age limit is the best choice for ensuring the well-being of Cambodia. I will continue our case in a minute, but before that, there are some things about the opposition team's arguments that needs to be addressed. We acknowledge that family-led development may be a good choice for Cambodia, but it's not the best choice. Why? Because in the first argument, they have stated that family-led development may prepare for readiness, but that readiness is not the best choice. It is the setting age limit. Why? Because we have the evidence, we have the support, we have the momentum, we have almost everything. That is what makes us the best choice. And secondly, they have mentioned that they will go across all dimensions. But we have to remember that a law is implemented everywhere. Every country has its own laws. It can be implemented everywhere, by anyone, and every time. So, it is important that we remember that families may have rules, but a country have laws. And thirdly, they say that they are the foundation for the future. But ladies and gentlemen, we are more than just the foundation. We are the beginning, we are the present, and we are the future. And we are the foundation into starting new laws for the development of Cambodia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be my absolute pleasure to summarize this debate and how provides its outcome. Firstly, the foundation of laws. Cambodia is facing high alcohol consumption rates, especially among teenagers. So, we urgently need to set a legal age limit for alcohol consumption to protect our youths. This law is not a punishment. It is a promise that setting a legal age limit is the best choice for Cambodia. Secondly, protection through real implementation. We have planned, we have been careful, and now we have the evidence, the support, and the momentum, meaning we are no longer unprepared. Cambodia is ready to ensure that setting an age limit will be the best choice to protect the well-being of our youths. Thirdly, the key to unlock the future. Cambodia, this law can be a foundation for Cambodia's development. When we delay alcohol use, youth can grow in responsibility, education, and maturity, leading to health, happiness, and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, so we have 3 sincere suggestions. Firstly, we urge the government to officially recognize this law. And secondly, we ask the government to implement this law effectively. And thirdly, we encourage everyone to participate in this law effectively for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, these 2 bowls represent the future of 2 young Cambodians. Both are the same in the beginning, empty, full of potential, just waiting to be filled. In the first bowl, we give them education, a chance to learn. We give them strength to overcome their fears. And we give them identity and dreams to truly discover who they are. And look at it, it is full of hope and full of achievements. Why? Because we delayed alcohol. We let them grow first. But what about the future where we didn't delay, where alcohol came first? We didn't give them a chance. No room for education, no space for identity, dreams, and strength. Just alcohol and nothing else.
But if we look at the first bowl again, even if a few drops of alcohol comes in later, it doesn't erase their achievements. It doesn't cover their good deeds. Why? Because we delayed alcohol, because we let them grow first. And when we say set the age limit, we're not saying no to alcohol forever. We're saying, wait first, you're still young, you're still vulnerable. So please, learn first, grow first, and live first. We are protecting you for your opportunity, for your futures, and for your dreams. A future where young people can hold books in their hands and wear medals on their chest and dreams and in their heart. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to participate in this opportunity to make this future possible? Because the future of Cambodia deserves nothing but the best choice. And we, as the opposition team, firmly believe that setting an age limit will be the best choice for Cambodia. Cambodia, Kingdom of Wonder!